खाए।
2 दिन पहले मैंने भाभी जी को मार्केट में देखा, किसी आदमी के साथ।
योर एक्सेलेंसी रूसी संघ के राष्ट्रपति,
Your Excellency, President of the Russian Federation, and my close friend Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin,
दोनों देशों के सम्मानीय प्रतिनिधि,
delegates and representatives from both countries, Namaskar,
Dobry din.
Dobry din.
19वें वार्षिक शिखर सम्मेलन के लिए भारत
It is a matter of great honor and pleasure to welcome President Putin and his delegation to India for the 19th annual bilateral meeting.
हम एक ऐसे देश के राष्ट्रपति के
We
रूप
are
में
welcoming the President of a country
कर रहे हैं जिसके
with
साथ
which we've had
हमारे अद्वितीय संबंध,
unparalleled ties.
इन संबंधों के लिए
Your own
आपने अमूल्य
personal
व्यक्तिगत योगदान
contribution
दिया
to
है।
these relations is
राष्ट्रपति
invaluable.
पुतिन द्वारा सोची में आयोजित
The memories of our informal
अनौपचारिक
summit
शिखर
meeting
सम्मेलन
in
की स्मृतियां
Sochi, organized by President
मेरे मन
Putin,
में
remain
ताजा है।
fresh in my mind.
उस खास मुलाकात से
That special
हम
meeting
दोनों को खुलकर
had made it possible
गहन
for both
चर्चा
of
करने का
us
अवसर
to
प्राप्त
have
हुआ।
frank and detailed discussions.
राष्ट्रपति जी,
Mr. President,
रूस के साथ अपने संबंधों को
India gives
भारत
top
सर्वोच्च
priority to
प्राथमिकता देता
our
है।
ties with Russia.
तेजी से बदलते हुए इस विश्व में
In this
हमारे
fast-changing world, our
और
relations
अधिक प्रासंगिक
are even
हो गए।
more relevant.
19 शिखर सम्मेलनों की निरंतर
The
श्रृंखला से
continuous series of
हमारी
19 summit
special
meetings
और
have
प्रिविलेज
given
स्ट्रेटेजिक
new
पार्टनरशिप
impetus
को
and direction to our
लगातार
special
नई
and
ऊर्जा
privileged
और
strategic
दिशा मिली है।
partnership.
और
And
वैश्विक मामलों पर
they have
हमारे सहयोग
also
को
provided
नए मायने
new meaning
एवं मकसद भी
and
मिले हैं।
purpose to our cooperation on
हमारे
global
सहयोग को
issues.
आपकी यात्रा से
Your visit has
strategic
indeed
direction
provided
मिला
a
है।
strategic direction to
आज
our
हमने
cooperation. Today,
ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण
the
निर्णय लिए हैं
momentous decisions
जो
that we have
दीर्घकालिक
taken
दृष्टि से
will
हमारे
provide
संबंधों को
will
और अधिक ताकतवर बनाएंगे।
will
ह्यूमन
give a
रिसोर्स
fresh
डेवलपमेंट से
impetus
लेकर
to our relations
Natural
along with a long-term
और एनर्जी
perspective.
रिसोर्सेज
They
तक,
will further bolster
Trade
the
से
key
लेकर
pillars of our relations,
इन्वेस्टमेंट तक,
from trade to
नाभिकीय
investment,
ऊर्जा के शांतिपूर्ण सहयोग से
from the
लेकर
peaceful use
सौर
of nuclear
ऊर्जा तक,
energy to solar
टेक्नोलॉजी
energy,
से लेकर
from
टाइगर कंजर्वेशन
technology
तक,
to
आर्किटेक्ट
economic
से लेकर
cooperation,
फार ईस्ट तक
from
और सागर
across
से लेकर
the
के
whole world,
अंतरिक्ष
from the
तक
sea to the
भारत और
space.
रूस के संबंधों का
Our ties
और भी विशाल विस्तार होगा।
will be further
यह विस्तार
strengthened and
हमारे सहयोग
diversified.
को अतीत के कुछ गिने चुने दायरों के उस पार ले
We have
जाएगा।
in fact taken our relations
साथ ही
beyond the
हमारे
traditional
संबंधों
and
के
conventional
महत्वपूर्ण आधार
limits.
स्तंभ और मजबूत होंगे।
This is further
भारत
bolstering
की
the
विकास
key
यात्रा में
pillars of our relations.
हमेशा हमारे साथ रहा।
has always stood shoulder
हमारा
to shoulder
अंतरिक्ष
by
में
India's side
अगला लक्ष्य
in its development
भारत के
energy. A new goal
गगनयान
in the sector
में
of
भारतीय
space is
अंतरिक्ष
to
यात्री को
send
भेजना।
Indian astronauts to
मुझे
space
बहुत खुशी है
under the Indian Gaganyaan
आपने
program. I'm
इस मिशन
convinced
में
that we will
रूस
get
के
full
पूरे
cooperation
सहयोग का
from Russia.
आश्वासन दिया है। युवाओं में हमारे देशों के भविष्य का कायाकल्प करने की क्षमता है। मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि भारत एवं रूस की प्रतिभा संपन्न बच्चे सम्मिलित रूप से अपने इनोवेटिव आइडियाज का प्रदर्शन
will together
आज दोपहर के
exhibit
बाद
their
करेंगे।
innovative ideas this
ये
afternoon.
आइडियाज
These ideas
उन्होंने मिलजुल
have
कर
been
विकसित
jointly developed by the children,
हम भारत
the
के
talented
flagship
children of
कार्यक्रमों में
India and Russia.
और बिजनेस के व्यापक अवसरों
India
में
and Russia
रूस की भागीदारी का
have also
स्वागत
had
करते हैं।
close cooperation in
मुझे
many
इस बात की
fields.
भी खुशी है
I'm also very
कि
pleased
अब से कुछ समय
about the
बाद
fact that in a
हम
very
इंडिया
short
रूसिया
while
बिजनेस
we
समिट में
are
भी
going
भाग
to
लेंगे।
take part in the India-Russia
दोनों देशों
Business
से
Summit.
करीब 200
There
प्रमुख
will be
आर्थिक
about
उद्यमी भाग
200
ले रहे हैं।
leading entrepreneurs from both
भारत एवं
countries who
रूस
will participate
पारंपरिक हित
in
के
this
सभी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय
summit.
मामलों में
India and Russia have very close cooperation in all areas of mutual interest. President Putin and I have also discussed these at length. India and Russia both believe that multipolarity and multilateralism must be strengthened in this rapidly changing world. It is in the interest of both our countries to cooperate in the fight against terrorism, on the developments in Afghanistan, in the Indo-Pacific, the climate change, and in regional organizations such as SCO and BRICS, and multilateral organizations such as the G20 and ASEAN. In international organizations, we must continue our beneficial cooperation and coordination in international organizations as well. We have been very impressed by the steps taken by President Putin for the development of the Far East region in Russia. India is ready to cooperate with Russia in this region. Thanks to the decisions that we have taken today, there will be an increase in our cooperation, and they will also contribute to restoring peace and stability in this world, which is full of challenges. Friends, the source of strength of relations between India and Russia is the goodwill and friendship between the people of our countries. Today, we have discussed many measures to further strengthen people-to-people relationships and also to increase the understanding and knowledge that our people have of each other, in particular our youth. This will help build a new foundation for the future of the relations between India and Russia. Friends, I can say with full confidence that the friendship between India and Russia is in itself very unique. I am sure that thanks to President Putin's commitment to this special relationship, our relations will be infused with a new energy, and the strong trust and friendship between our countries will be further strengthened, and our special and privileged strategic partnership will attain new heights. I wish you all my heartfelt thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Spasiba.
Now it is my pleasure to invite the President of the Russian Federation, His Excellency Mr. Vladimir Putin, to deliver his statement to the media.
Dear friend, Your Excellency Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, it is always our great pleasure to come to India, because we know that here we will find an environment of sincere friendship, business-like communication and cooperation. Our nations and states have for a long time been connected through a strong relationship of friendship, mutual respect and sympathy. Yesterday, during the working dinner with Prime Minister Modi, and I'm, by the way, very grateful to you for this sign of friendship, for giving us this opportunity to talk in this very close format and to discuss the most important and relevant topics on the agenda, on the global agenda, and discuss the fundamental issues of Russian-Indian cooperation and to outline new horizons. And today, first in the restricted format and then with participation of delegations, we discussed the key areas of our cooperation. We've had a very meaningful discussion on the whole range of issues of bilateral cooperation. We have discussed in detail relevant topics of international and regional agenda. We have adopted a joint statement which reflects almost all aspects of Russian-Indian cooperation. We have outlined large-scale plans for a long-term prospect. A solid package of interagency and cooperate documents we have just signed today has been prepared for the visit, and its goal is to further develop and deepen our bilateral ties in various areas. It is true that we indeed discussed during these negotiations our trade and investment cooperation, and broadening this kind of cooperation is of utmost importance for me and for Mr. Prime Minister. We have set a goal of increasing the goods turnover up to $30 billion by 2025, and the amount of mutual investments up to $15 billion. And in this context, we were pleased to note that last year mutual trade grew by 21%, exceeding $9 billion, and over the 7 months of this year, it has added another 20%. If we proceed moving at this pace, we will be able to reach our goal even before the set framework. Business circles of Russia and India maintain close contacts. They implement large joint investment projects. Representative Indian delegations took part in St. Petersburg Economic Forum and in the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok. And it is my great pleasure to once again invite Mr. Prime Minister to participate in the next Vladivostok Forum as the main guest at the Vladivostok Economic Forum in September 2019. Russian-Indian Business Forum is taking place in New Delhi these days, and Mr. Prime Minister and I will deliver a statement to its participants, and we will support useful initiatives to develop cooperation in key areas of economy and finance. Deepening our cooperation in energy sector is one of the topics that we have paid a lot of attention to together with Mr. Prime Minister. We gave a positive assessment of implementation of interagency program of cooperation in the strategic area. Russia is a reliable supplier of hydrocarbons to India. We are successfully implementing long-term contracts through Rosneft and Gazprom to ensure to supply the Indian economy with energy commodities. India imports Russia's liquefied natural gas. We're supplying this gas from Sakhalin, one field in which Indian partners own 20%. In June, the first batch of LNG was sent to the Indian market within the framework of the contract between Gazprom and the Gas Authority of India Limited. We also welcome interest of energy companies from India to expand their businesses in Russia. We're ready to consider the possibility of cooperating within such programs as Far Eastern LNG, Arctic LNG2, and also other projects to explore natural resources of Siberia, Yamal, and continental shelf of the Russian Federation. We have discussed in detail the flagship project in the peaceful use of nuclear energy, Kudankulam nuclear power plant. The first 2 units of this nuclear power plant are gaining their full capacity. The 3rd and 4th units are being constructed. The 5th and 6th units are to be constructed next. According to the agreement that we possess, based on Russian high-tech technologies, we plan to build 12 power units in the next 20 years in India. We have touched upon strengthening our cooperation in industry and investment. We talked in particular about machine building, metallurgy, agriculture, medicine, pharmaceuticals, and biochemical technologies. We believe there is a good prospect for joint cooperation in large infrastructure projects. In particular, Russian Railways company is ready to participate in the project to build modern railroads in India. We have agreed that Russia will assist Indian partners in exploring outer space. Roscosmos Agency plans to participate in preparing Indian national program to launch the manned spacecraft. And of course, we have discussed in detail the prospects of our military and technical cooperation. For decades, Russia and India have been cooperating successfully in this area. We enjoy a truly close and mutually beneficial relationship, which is an inalienable part of the Russian-Indian strategic partnership. Our cooperation goes beyond supplies of Russian weapons. Our countries produce and develop jointly modern military products. We maintain regular contact between ministries of defense and general staff of our country. We improve our combat readiness. In August, Indian units participated for the first time in anti-terror exercises called Peace Mission 2018 that took place in Russia. India's servicemen are active participants of Army International Games in tank biathlon and in competitions of Alpine Special Forces. We have, of course, paid a lot of our attention during our talks to humanitarian component of our relationship. Russia and India have always demonstrated interest in each other's culture and spiritual legacy. This is confirmed by the huge success of the Festival of India in Russia, which will last until March 2019 in 22 cities of Russia. India will host Festival of Russian Culture. I'm convinced all these events will bring the peoples of our countries even closer. There are almost 10,000 Indian students in Russia, and about 100 scholarships are provided to the citizens of India annually. India is a popular direction for Russian tourists. In 2017, about 220,000 Russians visited India. We received 94,000 Indians in Russia. When discussing international agenda, we have confirmed that Russia and India adhere to similar or concurrent positions on the key global issues. Bearing this in mind, we have agreed to step up our coordination and cooperation at multilateral platforms such as the UN, BRICS, SCO and G20. We will also cooperate closely to strengthen security and cooperation in Asia. We will combat such challenges and threats as international terrorism, drug trafficking and trans-border crime. We have also touched upon restoration of economy and stable political development of Afghanistan. We have exchanged views on the situation in the Middle East. I have informed Mr. Prime Minister about the situation in Syria. We have also discussed the situation that came as a result of unilateral actions of the US to withdraw from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action on Iran's nuclear deal. And in conclusion, I would like to thank Mr. Prime Minister and all of our Indian friends and colleagues for these very meaningful and constructive negotiations. I'm convinced that their results will help further contribute, will have further step up strategic partnership between Russia and India and strengthen friendship between our countries and nations. As I have already said, Prime Minister and I will have a meeting with the representatives of business circles as well as with talented Indian children and their peers from the Russian Educational Center named Sirius, who came upon Mr. Modi's invitation to India. I will also meet with Mr. President of the Republic of India. Mr. Prime Minister has put forward a number of humanitarian initiatives, such as to renew the publishing of Russian and Indian books, and also cooperate in some other areas in humanitarian field. I believe it is very important. We will support this initiative because we believe that cooperation in this field and people-to-people contact will definitely help consolidate the friendship between the peoples of India and the Russian Federation. Thank you.